In the entire history of the United States Mint, only one single coin design was ever officially issued featuring two distinct historic portraits on its opposing sides. That coin is the rare, turn-of-the-century 1905 Lewis and Clark Exposition gold dollar. Understanding its physical parameters, die characteristics, and modern authentication markers requires a detailed, technical breakdown of its creation, planchette specs, and surviving population dynamics. Welcome back to another comprehensive diagnostic guide on classic American coinage. Today, we conduct a deep dive technical examination of the 1905 Lewis and Clark Exposition gold dollar, analyzing its metallic composition, strike metrics, planchette characteristics, counterfeit detection protocols, and exact physical properties. Historical context and authorization. To celebrate the centennial of the 1804 to 1806 expedition through the Louisiana Purchase Territory to the Pacific Northwest, Congress authorized the striking of a special commemorative gold dollar series under the Act of April 13, 1904. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint under Chief Engraver Charles E. Barber, these small gold pieces were minted across 2 years, 1904 and 1905. While the 1904 issue saw an initial mintage of 25,000 pieces, the 1905 dated issue saw an additional production run of 35,000 pieces. However, due to sluggish sales at the Exposition in Portland, Oregon, a total of 11,660 pieces of the 1905 issue were returned to the mint and melted down. This left a net surviving maximum mintage of just 23,340 pieces for the 1905 date, making it an essential target for classic commemorative and gold typeset collectors. Physical specifications and planchette tolerances. To properly evaluate an authentic 1905 Lewis and Clark gold dollar, one must first verify its exact physical, metallurgical, and dimensional parameters using precise analytical measurement tools. Metallic composition. The coin is struck in standard 19th and early 20th century U.S. coin gold, consisting of exactly 90% pure gold and 10% copper alloy. Planchette mass. The legal weight standard set by the United States Mint for this issue is precisely 1.67 grams, equivalent to 25.8 grains. Uncirculated examples should measure within an extremely narrow tolerance band of plus or minus 0.05 grams. Diameter. The official physical diameter measures exactly 15 millimeters, making it slightly larger than the earlier Type 1 Liberty Head gold dollar but sharing the exact dimension of the Type 2 and Type 3 standard small gold dollars. Thickness. The edge thickness measures approximately 0.8 millimeters with a reeded edge design. Edge reed count. An authentic strike features precise, uniform vertical reeding around the entire outer circumference applied inside the coining collar. Obverse and reverse visual diagnostics. Because this coin lacks a traditional obverse-reverse distinction featuring an emblem or shield, both sides showcase historical figures framed by distinct peripheral lettering. Obverse design. Meriwether Lewis. Portrait detail. The obverse displays the left-facing profile bust of Meriwether Lewis, designed by Charles E. Barber. Pay close attention to the hair strands near the top of the scalp and the subtle neck muscle relief. Peripheral legend. Surrounding the bust. Inspect the raised lettering reading Lewis Clark Exposition Portland ORE. Ensure that the hyphens and letter punches display uniform serif structures and consistent depth. Field transition. The fields on genuine strikes show radial flow lines extending outward from the center toward the rim denticles, created by the high-pressure strike of the die. Reverse design. William Clark. Portrait detail. The reverse features the left-facing profile bust of William Clark, also rendered in sharp relief. Examine the jawline, nose bridge, and ear lobe detail under high magnification for die integrity. Date placement. Positioned directly below Clark's bust is the 4-digit date 1905. Inspect the 1905 digits closely. They must be crisp, with clean interior loops on the 9 and 0 and no evidence of repunching or unnatural tooling marks. Outer inscription. The upper peripheral legend reads United States of America, flanked by the denomination $1 along the lower arc. Counterfeit detection and authentication protocols. Due to its low surviving population and high collector demand, the 1905 Lewis and Clark gold dollar is a frequent target for contemporary cast counterfeits and modern spark erosion replicas. When inspecting a potential specimen, apply these 4 technical verification checks. Tooling marks around the date. Counterfeits frequently attempt to alter a more common 1904 issue into a 1905 issue by tooling the final digit. Examine the field surrounding the 5 in 1905 under 20 times magnification to ensure there is no field displacement, tool marks, or localized polishing. Seam lines and edge reading. Inspect the edge of the coin for cast seam lines or irregular, flat reading. Authentic pieces struck in coining presses display crisp, square-edged reading created by cold working pressure against the collar. Planchette surface texture. Cast counterfeits display small microscopic pitting, pebbled surface textures, or rounded letter edges resulting from air bubbles in mold impressions. Genuine pieces display sharp die-strike crispness and original frosty flow lines. Specific gravity. A specific gravity test or X-ray fluorescence analysis should confirm an exact metallurgical composition of 90% gold and 10% copper. Market value and valuation ranges. Valuation for the 1905 Lewis and Clark gold dollar depends heavily on surface preservation, strike quality, planchette color, and official third-party grading verification. Circulated worn grades. Examples showing light friction or wear in fine to extremely fine condition carry an estimated value from $800 to $1,200. Which turn-of-the-century gold or silver key date should we analyze in our next technical breakdown? Share your suggestions in the comments below.